entitled sister is getting married on the same day that I'm giving birth and wants me to delay my pregnancy, so I convinced everyone to not attend her wedding. We've never gotten along, but I thought she'd at least respect something like this. I'm 32, she's 29, and we've been competing our entire lives. When we were kids, she'd steal my toys just to watch me cry. In high school, she spread rumors that got my boyfriend expelled. I moved 3 states away for college just to escape her. But I came back last year for my dad's retirement party and reconnected with my now husband. We got married in October, and I found out I was pregnant in November. Due date, February 14th. Valentine's Day baby. I was so excited, I posted it everywhere, including the exact date. 2 days later, my sister called. She'd just gotten engaged to some guy she'd been dating for 4 months. I congratulated her, genuinely happy she found someone. Then she said, "Oh, by the way, we're getting married February 14th. I thought I misheard." I said, "That's my due date. You know that, right?" She laughed and said, "Yeah, that's why I picked it. Now you'll actually have a reason to remember my anniversary." I stayed calm. I explained that babies don't follow schedules. I could go into labor early, late, or right on that day. She sighed, like I was inconveniencing her, and said, "Then just schedule a C-section for the 13th or 15th. It's not that complicated." I told her that's not how it works. She cut me off and said, "Listen, I've already put down a $6,000 deposit on this venue. It's the only Saturday they had available all year. You're not ruining this for me like you ruin everything else." Then she hung up. I sat there staring at my phone. My husband asked what happened, and when I told him, his face went red. He wanted to call her immediately, but I stopped him. See, here's what my sister didn't know. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. I've worked in obstetrics for 7 years. I've seen hundreds of women try to plan their deliveries around holidays, vacations, work schedules, and I've seen nature completely ignore those plans every single time. So I came up with a better idea. I started making calls. First, I called my mom. I didn't complain or badmouth my sister. I just said, "Hey, there's a pretty high chance I'll go into labor on February 14th. If that happens, can you be available to drive me to the hospital? My husband will be with me, but we might need backup." She said, "Of course, honey. Family comes first." Then I called my aunt. Same conversation. Then my cousin. Then my dad's brother. Each time, I kept it simple and factual, just letting them know there might be a conflict and I needed support. Every single person said the same thing. "We'll be there if you need us." I didn't tell anyone to skip the wedding. I didn't have to. Over the next few weeks, 23 relatives quietly mentioned they were staying flexible with their plans. My sister had sent out 80 invitations. She was so confident everyone would choose her wedding over my maybe baby. February rolled around and I felt fine. No contractions, no signs of early labor. My sister texted me on February 10th saying, "See, I told you it would be fine. You're not even in labor yet. Stop being so dramatic." February 13th, I went to my final checkup. Doctor said everything looked good. Baby could come anytime in the next 2 weeks. That night, I went to bed at 10 p.m. feeling completely normal. 11:07 p.m., my water broke. Not a small leak. Full Hollywood movie-style gush that soaked through the mattress. My husband jumped up, grabbed the hospital bag we'd packed, and started timing contractions. They were already 6 minutes apart. I pulled out my phone and texted the family group chat. "Baby's coming. Water broke. Heading to hospital now." Within 15 minutes, 47 people had responded. 17 of them were supposed to be at my sister's wedding the next morning. My mom called, asking if I needed her there. My dad texted saying he was already in the car. By 2 a.m., I was in active labor. By 6 a.m., I was fully dilated. My daughter was born at 6:43 a.m. on February 14th, weighing 7 pounds, 3 ounces. The most perfect thing I'd ever seen. My sister's wedding started at 11 a.m. According to my cousin who did go, only 34 people showed up. The venue looked empty. Half the bridal party was missing because they were my relatives who chose the hospital over her reception. At 1 p.m., while I was holding my 6-hour-old daughter and trying to figure out breastfeeding, my phone rang. It was my sister. She was screaming so loud the nurse heard her from across the room. "You did this on purpose. You ruined my wedding. You planned this." I was exhausted, hormonal, and running on 0 sleep. So I looked at my perfect baby girl and said into the phone, "You're absolutely right. I definitely planned my water breaking at 11 p.m. the night before your wedding. I trained my uterus to contract on command. This newborn and I are criminal masterminds." Then I hung up and turned my phone off. Best decision I ever made.